entire Chiefs and Cyclones fan, and here's why I'm still optimistic about the Chiefs wide receivers. My name's Caldwell. Welcome back to Cyclone Kingdom. The Chiefs wide receivers preview for 2026-27. It's a very interesting conversation. It really is, because what's in front of them is a prove-it year similar to the coaching staff. You didn't go and get somebody in free agency. The only person you brought in was Cyrus Allen. The only optimism that you really have outside of the room is that Patrick Mahomes is your quarterback. So why am I still optimistic about the wide receiver room as a whole? You've heard my thoughts on Rashee Rice. You've heard my thoughts on how immature of a human being that he is, how unreliable he is off the football field, how untrustworthy he is. So what optimism is there even in this wide receiver room? I'm going to tell you, because it's Xavier Worthy. Xavier Worthy is the one person that can make this wide receiver room great. Not just really good, not just pretty good, but great. Xavier Worthy has not had a fully healthy season since his rookie year. He was injured all of last season. And that rookie year, we forget, was filled with a lot of crazy close wins and then a blowout in the Super Bowl that we lost. And Xavier Worthy played well in the second half in garbage time. Xavier Worthy finally has a coach in Chad O'Shea. He's finally got a workout regimen program this offseason where he's getting faster and stronger. He's not just this limber dude anymore. He's the one guy that I'm relying on as a Chiefs fan to make this wide receiver room unbelievable. If you want to see full season previews of the Chiefs and how we're ranking all the positions, position groups, doing quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, all the defense, we got all that coming up. Make sure you like and subscribe for all Chiefs and Cyclones content. I'm super excited because if Xavier Worthy plays really well and he turns into this Devontae Smith, T. Higgins, Jordan Addison even type superstar. Jordan Addison's a little bit less of a comparison because Jordan Addison isn't very good, but compared to those guys. But if Xavier Worthy turns into that and he is your wide receiver one, you don't got to worry about the Rashee Rice drama anymore. You don't got to worry whether or not he's available or whether or not he's healthy or whether or not he's going to be, a competent human being off the field because you got Worthy. And then you throw in Tyquan Thornton. I mean, can we talk about him for a second? What Tyquan Thornton brings to the Chiefs is a role-playing, deep threat, really good role player. Like, what he brings to this Chiefs offense is something that I think we've rarely seen with the Chiefs recently. I was listening to a Chiefs account, shout out Only Weird Games over at KCSN, the Kansas City Sports Network. And they were talking about how Tyquan Thornton is a better receiving threat, deep ball threat than Marquez Valdes-Scantling. I thought it was a really good point. Because what MVS brought to the Chiefs room was this kind of reliability, and he could get you that first down. He also would drop some passes, but he came up in clutch moments. Guys, Tyquan Thornton's faster. He's got a better route tree, I would argue. And he's proven last season, before the Chiefs mind-numbingly benched him, he proved last season that he can play. He can be good. He can be trustworthy for Patrick Mahomes. That Giants game, I remember just screaming, Tyquan, at the top of my lungs because of how good he was playing. And then for whatever reason, the Chiefs benched him when Rashee Rice came back. We saw how that ended. So Tyquan Thornton brings another level to this room where now if he starts playing really well, I don't think, at least yet, that he can be this great wide receiver, but if he plays really well and he's this reliable wide receiver too, guys, Worthy and Tyquan Thornton with Kenneth Walker in the backfield, Travis Kelce in a last dance, I mean, that already provides you with at least a little bit of hope. And that's before a guy like Cyrus Allen. Guys, I know Andy Reid doesn't play rookie wide receivers. I know it's against his religion or against his code or whatever he thinks about as a coach. But guys, Cyrus Allen's one of the best route runners the Chiefs have had at the wide receiver position in years. Maybe since Tyreek Hill. Cyrus Allen was drafted in the same round and like 10 picks apart from where Tyreek Hill was drafted. Is there a reason to think that he could be the next Cheetah if he gets faster? I didn't say it. I'm just being an optimist. I'm just kind of just freewheeling. But Cyrus Allen is legit, guys. He's got a lot of talent. He really does. And so I'm excited for him too, because he can carve out a wide receiver 3 role. He can carve out a wide receiver 4 role, right? Because Rashee Rice is going to be a part of this offense against my better judgment, right? Against my desires to just cut him and be done with him. The Chiefs want him to play. And unlike some wild Chiefs accounts, I don't think Rashee Rice is wide receiver 1 for the Chiefs. And I don't understand why it's a hot take. I don't understand why in the world people are still confident, yeah, he's going to be the best receiver for the Chiefs. Can he stay on the field? Can he stay healthy? Can he be mature for 2 days? Because he hasn't proved it. So I will put my eggs in the basket of Xavier Worthy and Tyquan Thornton and Cyrus Allen before I ever talk about Rashee Rice being a part of this football team. I hope Rashee Rice is just this middling role player this year. It's the best thing for him. The humble pie this guy needs. To realize you're not great, dude. Your mind's in a rough spot. And you need a reckoning to realize what it means to be a professional in your profession. Give me Tyquan Thornton, Xavier Worthy, and Cyrus Allen. Jalen Royals. What kind of role does he have in this offense this year? He got basically redshirted last year. That's why people are worried about how Andy Reid's going to handle Cyrus Allen, because Jalen Royals got basically just sandbagged and just thrown off to the side. Jalen Royals still has some talent, I believe, if you give him a chance. So I think that he somehow, some way plays a role. I don't know what it is yet, because I think Cyrus Allen already is more talented than Jalen Royals. So if you go wide receiver 1, Worthy, which I think he'll end up being. If you go wide receiver 2, Thornton or Rice, I'd much rather be Thornton because I trust Thornton more just as a person. And if you go wide receiver 3, Rice, who's wide receiver 4? I'm going to go Cyrus Allen right now. And then Jalen Royals kind of fits that wide receiver 5. What about the 6th and 7th guy? Do the Chiefs keep 7 wide receivers? Or do they just keep 6? A lot of people are saying they're only going to keep 6. So who's that 6th guy? Is it Nico Remigio, where you have a guy in the special teams game? I don't think so. I love Remigio's story, but I don't think he makes this team. You got Brashard Smith in special teams. We'll talk about that in our special teams preview. Make sure you like and subscribe for all Chiefs and Cyclones content as we roll out these season previews as well, because we got a lot of interesting takes about the position previews of these guys before we even get into the season predictions later on this summer. So who's the 6th guy from the wide receiver standpoint? I don't think it's Nico Remigio. I also don't think it's a guy like Andrew Armstrong. I know he's got a lot of potential, but he just hasn't done much for me in terms of conversations I've heard about him, mandatory minicamp, all different stuff. Guys, give me Jeff Caldwell. Give me my dog that shares the same last name as your boy. Give me the guy that people are calling Megatron because of his metrics and his wingspan and everything that he brings as a football player. I know he's got to develop his route tree. He's got to develop his catch radius, and his catch rate. He's got to do all that. I get all that. But that's why Chad O'Shea's here. Chad O'Shea's here to turn that guy into Calvin Johnson. That'd be the best case scenario Hall of Fame case, right? But I want Jeff Caldwell to get a chance, because I think what he brings is something that from a wingspan standpoint and from a height standpoint, the Chiefs haven't had since, I don't know, dude. Who's the last? Chris Conley? In terms of a tall wide receiver who can go get the ball? Tyquan Thornton can be that a little bit this year, I guess. But Jeff Caldwell, I think he deserves a shot. I really think he does. So how would we rank this room 1 to 10? As we're doing with every single one of our position previews. How would we rank it 1 to 10? We talked about the coaching staff a little bit. We talked about the quarterbacks. We talked about the running backs. So far, those are in a great spot. Out of 10, my confidence level in the Chiefs wide receivers going into 2026, it's a 7 right now. It's a 7. It's not terrible. It's not great. But I have the belief in Xavier Worthy to go do it. I don't have the belief in Rashee Rice to be a competent member of this football team. You can miss me if you think so. You can miss me with that take. Because it's not a mature take. It's not a respectable take to what the Kansas City Chiefs represent in this league. And it's not respectful to Patrick Mahomes either. He deserves guys that are going to be around. So I don't care what happens with Rashee Rice this year. I really don't. Outside of his soul, I'm also a follower of Christ. Outside of his soul before the Lord, I don't care about his football life this year. I want him to get right in his mind and in his soul before he touches a football field. That'd be my take. That would be my goal for Rashee Rice. Now, he's going to be on the field. He's going to, be a part of this team. It is what it is. But I don't think he's going to be wide receiver 1. I don't even think it's close. Leave your comments down below what you think about the wide receiver room for the Kansas City Chiefs going into 2026-27. Make sure you like and subscribe for all Chiefs and Cyclones content. Let me know what you think about the season preview so far, what you would change, what you would keep, all these different things. And as always, roll clones. And how about those Chiefs?